So I have not made a video about my fish for a long time, and I'm just going to talk about them. So I bought two new fish yesterday, and a few months ago I was going to sort of not have any more orange ones, so just wait until the orange ones died. For the first 6 months there's one male in there, and there was 12 females, and the females kind of died off. A lot of the smaller ones actually died first, so they didn't make it to adulthood. I was thinking that I don't want three types, which is guppies, neons, and the orange ones. When I went to go and get 5 more neons, I put them in with the two that were remaining from the last set, and then one. So one of the new ones died within the first 2 weeks. I think it's because I didn't adjust. You're supposed to put them in a bag and leave it on the water for 10 minutes, and I didn't do that. And because I didn't do that, I think one of them died because of that. So that was kind of my fault. But yeah, and then a month later, another one died, and then the older two from the older set that died of old age, those two died too because of old age. So then there was only 3 left, and this was just before I went to London last month, and I was thinking I was going to get some more, but if I was going to be away for a week, I might as well come get them before when they come back. And that way there's just less to feed off the biscuits. But yeah, when I got back, I found that all 3 of the neons had actually been killed. I think it's because because there were so many guppies. There was like 30 guppies and 3 neons, and then 3 or 4 or 5 orange ones. Probably 6 actually orange ones maybe even 7 at the time. But because of this grouping system, there was a lot of guppies, a lot of neons, no, a lot of things, but not meant, and only 3 neons. And I kind of thought it would be okay because the neons kind of look very similar to the guppies, only they don't move about as much. But yeah, all 3 of them had died. I have no idea how. They weren't there, so I think they've been died and eaten as well. And because of that, I didn't want to go for any more neons. So I just left it as the orange ones and the guppies. But my big male orange one, there was one of them, but this was the one that I thought was a female for the first 6 months of its life, and I was pretty certain it was a female, and then it sort of developed a dick. And then it was like, okay, it's a male, and it started acting like a male and actually chasing the other male. The older male was dying, and you could see that it was taking the aggressive place, the new aggressive place. So, but yeah, that older male died, and then this one kind of took the place. And I haven't put any more males in there because this one is a male. But yeah, it's been 6 months and there's not one baby, so I am questioning whether or not that is a male, because if that is a male, why is there no babies? I mean, one of the possibilities could be that there's just a lot of fish in there, and I know the orange ones do love to eat their babies. I used to always save the orange ones, but back then when I grew the 12 babies, there was quite a lot. There was only like 3 adults and 12 babies, so that's why they all survived in the first few weeks. Maybe because there was only 3 adults, and before there would have been like 5 or 6 adults, so maybe they were just catching the babies and eating them, hence why I never saw any babies. So I don't know, but I'm still not seeing any babies. But I noticed there was now 5, but I noticed the adult male kept chasing the smallest baby, which is not really a baby, it's like a half-size one, but I thought I'd put that in the second with the females. I thought that I'd put that with the female guppies in the second tub, and then I thought it looked lonely, so I thought I'd take the second biggest, so that I'd have 3 orange ones in the big one and 2 orange ones in the smaller one. But somehow it died during that process. I don't know if, again, I thought that these orange ones were more hardy and didn't need to adapt as well. You know, you're supposed to put them in a bag and just float it on the water for 10 minutes. I was going to do that, but when I picked it up on the mat, there was another fish in there, and I had to take that, and I just ended up putting it in there. But anyway, now there's only 4 orange ones, and one of them was the smaller one, seemed to get chased by the bigger one. So I have bought another orange one, another male orange one, which are in the female tank. You can't really have 2 males together because they do fight, and because my adult male orange is very aggressive. I'm pretty certain that I won't be able to put the two males together, but because I've got two tanks, I can have one male and the other. But it's actually quite a cute couple, because I've got the smallest smallest female fish with a new male that is a similar size to it, and they look very cute together. And the female is just following the male around like some sort of puppy dog, but it's quite cute watching. And because the tank was getting quite dirty, I bought another small koi catfish thing. There's like a white small fish. I had one before, but it died after 7 months, and I don't really know why it died. But I did learn that after it died, I learned that you're actually supposed to feed it something different to what the guppies are being fed. So I was wondering, maybe it died because I was feeding it the wrong things. It was looking for proper food, and it was only finding guppy food. The guppy food would have sunk to the bottom, so it would have had food. But I don't think it's the right type. They need to have a special type. So I have actually bought that one, but I bought the special type of food. Hopefully it will last. Although apparently they do actually get quite big. Yes, we'll see. If it does get too big, I might have to send it back. But if it does live only a year, I think they only get really big in their second year, and there's a chance that it might not even make it to its second year. Knowing my bad luck with looking after fish, it probably won't last that long. I need something to clean out the tank, and there's quite a lot of gunk there. So it has actually, I've had it for 2 days now, and it's done quite a good job. But yeah, I just thought I would say all that.